one is clearly weak compared to the other one I have, which is the 5-blade one. But apparently, still, these are so much better because they're made of metal. I might have to do vintage versus modern again because Westinghouse Lively Air is definitely better than this. Also, since I'm kind of glad that Lamont has this fan now, and it was the last fan, and it was the fan that he collected to literally just complete his collection after all this. So I'm pretty sure, yeah. I guess I was kind of unlucky and I got one with a warped blade, but it still works, believe it or not. It's just that it's so rattly and just yeah, it's still usable. The cord is kind of short. Like, it's literally not like touching the floor around here like it should be. I don't know, is that like usual or something? Because, yeah. But overall, I guess I would compare this one to the 8-inch one. Because this... I like this small 8-inch one too better. This is the little brother of this fan. This is an 8-inch Better Homes and Gardens fan. Let me just go ahead and plug it in. Because, yeah, why not? I mean, this is still not really like true vintage. Even the 8-inch one, even though like there's 8-inch antique fans around. But yeah, overall, this is why I wish it was gonna have to do like a vintage versus modern comparison. So because of yeah. But because and these would definitely not be like these are big fans of. I mean, these are made by a good brand from Walmart called Better Homes and Gardens. And fair enough, this one and the 12-inch one, they're both good fans, honestly. Well, I just wonder now. Really, so apparently, I'll just turn these off so you can guys can see comparison. Because, so I'll just go ahead and pause the video. This is my first time ever pausing a video This is my first time ever pausing and editing a video, so I'll just see you guys then. Alright, so looking at both our fans, you can see this one's significantly smaller. I've not compared this with like some other metal table fan that's like a 10-inch, like that Insignia fan that I reviewed at an antique store. I would have got that if it was for sale. It was not my fan, but surely it was larger than this little guy. But yeah, and Lamont has this fan too, and now he has this one. He does not have the pedestal one, only I do. Well, Fans and Cars, he now has that fan, but yeah. So me, Fans and Cars, and Lamont are all kind of like triplets with these Better Homes and Gardens fans. So basically, yeah, like I said, this is my first time ever pausing in a video. Another thing to mention is that these two have shorter cords than the pedestal fan. What I like about these fans, though, is that they don't have grounded plugs like older metal table fans used to. Take, for instance, the 5-bladed metal table fan that I have at my dad's house. That fan is just beautiful. I like it better than this one, despite this one's name, called Better Homes and Gardens. I do not know the brand name of the 5-blade one I have. I just call it Unknown Bronze Metal Table Fan. And my 10-inch Holmes fan, which is from 1997, it's kind of like this too, but it doesn't have a grounded plug, and that's kind of usual because it's not even like way before. It's like way before the 2000s and all that. So yeah, and this is another discussion after I had like the 24-inch Dayton fan. If y'all remember, this fan right here, this Utilitech, this one was the loudest fan in my collection, but now it's the second loudest fan in my collection. So yeah. And I just love the sound of these metal fans, especially this one. Take, for instance, what it sounds like, especially on the high speed. Medium, low, off. And as much as the big one does, yeah, this one sounds good too. It's not as good as like a vintage fan, for example, but overall, it's not it's not that it really isn't that bad. So, for instance, now I'll take my Signal fan here. This is the only vintage fan I have at this house because I have a lot. My main place for vintage fans really is my dad's house because I have a lot of them on my bed at my dad's house because just for like decoration and all that. So this fan is heavy. This is a Signal fan, a Signal Deluxe fan. I'll put these guys aside here. And I'll show you guys what I mean by this being a better fan than these two. Not only because it's a 16-inch fan, well, obviously, any size antique fan is better than like modern metal table fans. And these were basically continuations of these when, like, you know, like the open guarded version. I will eventually do vintage versus modern soon with my Westinghouse Lively Air and the unknown bronze 5-blade metal table fan that I have. Because if I would have had like a 12-inch size or an 8-inch size metal antique table fan, I would have compared it with these two guys. So with that, in fact, I'll plug this one in so you guys can see it. I think this one draws a lot more power than these two, but I'll just plug it in anyway. Also, I'm kind of sweating. This one has a really heavy cord. It's also this weird flashlight shape, which is usual for antique fans. But my GE fan, my Vortex, has the same cord as well. So, yep. So I will start this thing up on high. Has a nice startup sound too. Okay, I forgot the cord is in the way. I have to get the cord out of the way. Okay, let's get the cord out of the way. Okay, yep. Okay, let's see now. The startup sound is better. This thing is blowing a lot of air. In fact, I'll turn the Better Homes and Gardens on too, so you guys can see it. Oops. Okay. And all, but anyway. And I'll turn this on high so you guys can see it. Hope it's in the way. Okay. Okay, this is not working, okay? This is definitely a loser compared to this Signal fan. So, I'll put this one back. It's going to be a nightmare to do that because this thing is so heavy. So, yeah. And I don't have any antique fans with, like, cloth-covered cords. Like, I would have had, like, a GE. Like, none of my GE fans have cloth cords either. Unlike these Better Homes and Gardens fans. And one more thing, which was mentioned in Lamont's video of the Better Homes and Gardens, was that with these vintage fans, you can tilt them all the way to the ceiling, all the way up to 90 degrees, and you can mount them on a wall, as you guys can see. This one's not perfectly centered, but you get the idea. I think I might center this so you guys can see it. Okay, that's not going back. Okay, it's going back down. Okay. All right. Well, I'll center this thing so you guys can see what I'm talking about a bit more. So. All right, now I'll stop it and I'll show you guys this. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Peace. There's a comparison between vintage and modern. Thanks for watching.